So you're probably wondering, what is the next 10x narrative? Well, I'm going to give you the call right now that I think is going to be an extremely strong performer. Now, I was capable of calling AI, and I was capable of making other great calls in the past, but I'm going to make this call right now so that I'll have this for my record. This is one of the reasons I started this channel, is to have a record to prove of my calls, or at least I could reflect upon them and see how well they did. So the call I'm making is a source authentication verification type cryptos, projects that will be able to prove authenticity of sources. What do I mean by that? So with the maturation of AI, we are seeing that things like deepfake could cover people's voices, cover people's likenesses, make people do anything. No video footage is going to be reliable anymore. Now, you guys who subscribe to my channel, you know this is me. You know this is me talking because it's my channel. But in the future, like if you see me in another venue, or if you see Joe Rogan in another venue besides their own channel, you will not be able to trust that information, because nothing is going to be trustworthy, and that is pretty much available right now. But the technology is really going to be done within the next 3 months. So the window is 3 to 8 months that I'm calling this narrative, the source authentication narrative. And crypto is specifically in a unique position to answer that narrative because there's no other technology that can do it. So what is crypto? It's a database that stores specific information. It's an expensive database that cannot be hacked or faltered. That's one of the reasons that crypto is so powerful, because it has that database that shares that information. And there's no centralized technology can solve this. It is specifically a market area that only crypto can solve. And so here is the projects that are going to address this. Now, Luxo, number one, that is my number one pick for this narrative. Luxo is going to have mainnet right in that maturity window. It's kind of ironic or crazy that the guy who created the ERC20 standard, the guy who created the tokens that we see today, or at least the first initial iteration of the standard that caused this huge crypto bull run in 2017, and now has a unique new project that is specifically designed for this narrative and designed for profiles, is designed for NFTs. His project is going with mainnet right in that window. So I think that might be a perfect storm for that project. That is Luxo. The other projects, I'm not going to go into too much detail, is Galaxy, Civic, Meta, Litany, Kilt, Self-Key, Blockchain as a Service, Shift, and Valid Trinity. So those are the other projects that fit that narrative. And like Luxo, definitely my number one call. I haven't even invested in the other ones, but I did put a breakdown, a small breakdown in my Patreon group of each one of those projects. So if you want to know more details about each one of those projects, go ahead and subscribe to that. But I will say I don't provide any chart information in my Patreon. So if you're expecting chart stuff, don't subscribe to it. Only if you're a long-term thinker, a long-term investor based on fundamentals, subscribe to that. Anyways, that's my call. That's the call I wanted to make. And I'm doing this for the record, so if I can look back at this video and see if I called it right. Obviously, I go in the deeper within my Patreon group, but I'll see you guys later, and I'll make more calls like this in the future. Maybe some specific projects, but we'll see how that goes. This is going to be like a new kind of way I'm going to do this. All right, later, guys.